Hello, my name is Aaron. Welcome to Wisconsin OHM Trail Stewards Group. So this is going to be a new statewide organization that will be basically a network of volunteers looking to build and maintain trails throughout the state. So you may ask yourself, why do we need a statewide organization? Well, in the past, clubs have had difficulty, attracting new members, pulling in volunteers on work weekends, it's not really the fault of the clubs. There are a lot of really hardworking individuals, but they are local. The clubs, are located near the trail systems, which are typically 2-3 hours away from, the major population centers. And, there's not a lot of incentive to join one of those clubs when you may only ride at that trail system once or twice a year. So the Trail Stewards, is looking to bridge that gap and bring in people from, further away. So let's see, the typical work weekend will only be about 4 hours of work in the morning, and then the rest of the time will be riding and socializing. So we're going to try to make, camping events. We're going to try to make weekend-long events. It's not required to attend for the entire weekend, but we're hoping that even if you can only show up for the Saturday, you'll have an ample opportunity to, work a little bit, not get burned out, and then go ride a little bit and hopefully stick around, for the following day and that sort of thing. So each one of the events will hopefully, be attractive to all different types of riding styles. We hope to, at some point, create dual sport routes or adventure bike tracks surrounding each one of the riding areas. So we can have casual rides, dual sport rides, guided rides afterwards, besides riding just the single track, or the trail system. So at each event, we're going to have some exclusive swag, t-shirts and stickers and that sort of thing. The only way to earn them is to show up and work for them. So you'll be able to wear your Trail Stewards t-shirt out in public and show it off with pride that you contributed to the riding community. So why is all this important? Well, there's a lot of reasons. We want to make sure that all trails succeed, not just your favorite trail. If all trails succeed, it will be beneficial for all of riding in Wisconsin. If we don't have public trail systems in general, there's not going to be a place for new riders, to learn how to ride and eventually race motocross and that sort of thing. Not everybody wants to race motocross. Not everybody just wants to ride on the road. There's a lot of reasons that we need to create new trail systems and new riding areas in general. The success of all trail systems is critically important for a couple reasons, because if we want new trails, we have to make sure that we take care of the trails that we have and that all of those trails, flourish. If any trail in Wisconsin fails, whether it's just low ridership, whether it is lack of maintenance, whether it is not getting volunteers, or a club to support it, that is going to look really bad for future trails. When a county forester or a township is looking to approve permitting and that sort of thing, if they can find examples where we allowed some of our trails to close, it's not going to look good, and we're going to have a hard time selling, the fact that we need a new trail. A statewide organization is basically, we're going to try to make sure that every trail system, every riding area is successful and it is properly, managed and maintained and supported. And so that's why a statewide organization is critical. One of the things that people really don't seem to understand is that we rely on volunteers more heavily than any other motorized user group. motorcycle riders in general are spread out all over the state, all kinds of different riding disciplines, but not many of them are, married to just public single track, just public trail systems, or, a intensive use riding area or whatever. So a lot of people don't realize how critically important volunteering is to the trail system. In Wisconsin, we only have 4,000 some registered OHM motorcycles, compared to the ATV, UTV community that has 400,000 registered machines. That means that we have very little money, very little influence and power in the state. We have a small user group in general, and so we don't have much of a leg to stand on. We don't have the resources, that the rest of the motorized, riding community in Wisconsin does. And so, when the UTV community needs trail maintenance, well, they've got lots of money to have the bulldozer run down the trails. And in Wisconsin, and on single track, we have to do almost all the work by hand. And so that is why we need your help more than ever. And so we don't have, the numbers, we don't have the influence. And so if we have a large group, a large base of volunteers within the Trail Stewards, we can not only actually do the work, but we can show everybody that we are responsible and we take care of our own. We take care of our own stuff. And so the success of the Trail Stewards and a statewide organization, again, ultimately the success of all of the different riding areas really depends on individuals. So that's why the Trail Stewards will always be free. We're going to make sure that we get large numbers, and so it's important that you invite, like, and follow, as many people as possible to this group. And everybody that rides off-road in general will hopefully have some benefit with this group, but there is strength in numbers, and so I want to see as much participation as possible, but I want to see as many members as possible, and that's why it'll be free membership. And then each one of the events, we're going to make sure that it is attractive and that people are taken care of, so that there's reasons for people to come and maintain and work on the trails and to volunteer. So we're going to be a really, hopefully, a positive organization. We're going to make sure that our volunteers are appreciated. We're going to make sure that they're supported, and we're going to work diligently to be organized and grow the sport in general. So in the future, we will be looking to identify additional leaders, not just volunteers to work on trails, but we will be implementing a Trail Boss program. These will be leaders, in the existing clubs in many cases, who are intimately knowledgeable with their trails, but also community leaders in general, riders with lots of experience, riders, from some of the dual sport clubs maybe, who have trail building experience, and of course leadership skills. We will be looking for additional volunteers for special projects. We will be looking for website developers, graphics designers, artists to help us design t-shirts and exclusive swag. We will be looking for video and editing production, skilled people, because you don't want me, rambling and stammering up here any more than you have to. So, for future video content, if you are a videographer, please let me know. Surrounding some of the other, duties of the Trail Stewards, we will be looking for, additional clerical help and just general help with the club system. So if you have some of those skills, if you're experienced and you want to help out, please let me know. Besides just doing trail work, if you have something to contribute, I would definitely appreciate some help. So I understand that not everybody will have the ability to donate time, and volunteer to build trails or to help with the club. But if you still believe in supporting public riding areas, in supporting future generations to have a place to ride on their knobbies and two wheels, I hope that you will, consider donating financially. Unfortunately, with everything there, is a cost, and we want to make sure that our volunteers are well supported with proper tools, and obviously fed and hydrated. So anyways, if you have a chance, we'll be doing some fundraisers in the future, of course, but at any point, please look for the donation buttons on the Facebook page, and I will have some posts with some links, ways to donate. So again, thank you for your support. I greatly appreciate it, and please look forward to additional publications, posts, events, and goings on this page. And I hope to meet you and work with you and eventually ride with you on the trails. All right, thanks. Take care.